My name is Pat Smith, and I run Bosinver holiday cottages with my husband Dave, and we are entering the Nature Award. We're making big efforts at Bosinver to reconnect children with the natural world, and our ethos is that we are a commercial business, but we aim to give experiences and create lifetime memories for our guests. And our mission is to provide top quality holidays in Cornwall from kids from 0 to 90. So it's not just the kids, it's about all of us who want to play outdoors. Our little piece of heaven, as guests often describe it, comprises 30 acres between St Austell and Mevagissey. And it's got a variety of land, which is really interesting in such a small acreage. And it has meadows, wetlands, woods, a lake, and Cornish hedgerows, which have all been farmed organically for generations. We have 20 detached holiday cottages, and they nestle in the centre of the land like a small hamlet. As we've been farming all our lives, and we almost took outdoor play for granted, which is something I did as a child and my children did, but not until about 5 years ago, from observation and chatting with the guests, primary families with children under 10, I realised that big changes were happening regarding children's disconnection with the outdoor world. Many of our parents were really nervous about letting their children play freely outside. We had 4 main reasons about that, and mostly they were fear of abduction or stranger danger, fear of children hurting themselves, fear of the danger from traffic, and literally no open spaces except their garden where they anywhere near their homes for free play, which is a symptom of our world now because housing is so densely packed, especially in the cities. I also noticed an anxiousness about parents letting their children out of their sight and how hands were really tightly gripped to keep them always alongside when they first arrived. But by the time they'd been here 2 or 3 days, they were starting to let them go, realising that they were in a real safe space here where children could actually run down this field, talk to the animals, experience free wild play. And the National Trust has been brilliant joining into this discussion and realising that they could help too with their 50 things to do before you're 11 3/4. Some of these facts that they unearthed was basically a third of children aged under 6 have never climbed a tree, and a quarter have never rolled down a hill, a half have never made a daisy chain, 1 in 10 can't ride a bike, and a third have no idea how to play hopscotch or build a den. And 3 times as many children are taken to hospital from falling out of bed than falling out of a tree. So here at Bosinver, we've actually looked and thought, what can we do to help parents reconnect their children with nature and outdoor play? We set up our Wild Kids Club, and we have got a forest school leader who's absolutely brilliant and inspirational, who has 2 children of her own who continually play outdoors. And she comes along and takes the children down to this amazing area in the woods. We've also built this fantastic Wild Kids hut, which is like a native wigwam made of wood, and so we can do our wild kids whatever the weather. And every week we wander down there to the woods and we do things like toasting marshmallows, learning how to light fires, have cauldrons of soup which our children help to make, foraging sessions, and we do mini bee safaris, pond dipping, hide and seek, built a bug hotel to encourage children to know how all the wonderful bees and insects have to find somewhere to live in the winter. And we've got our hidden animals trail down in the woods. We do bushcraft sessions with the older children, helping them to discover using tools in small numbers and groups, and basic survival techniques. These sessions, all ages come along. Mums, dads, nans, granddads, toddlers, teenagers. It's open to everyone and they all enjoy it. And we've had some absolutely amazing feedback from our guests about how we've inspired them to do more outdoor stuff at home, even if it means travelling a little way to find wild spaces near them so they can actually let their children run free rather than just hover over them in a park. The best thing for me is giving grown-ups, adults, grandparents and children memories which I hope will last a lifetime. Being able to run free, and I really believe that's an essential part of growing up for everyone. And at the moment, I think we're depriving our children of something that they really need in their lives. And I just hope that the children and the parents who've stayed here will have a reason to get outside and love the natural world they live in after they return home. It's so important. And after all, as my hero David Attenborough says, no one will protect what they don't care about, and no one will care about what they've never experienced. And TV presenter Nick Baker, another great guy who does wonderful things with bugs, he said, "You'll never forget seeing your first badger, just as you'll never remember your highest score on a computer game, no matter how important it seemed at the time." Thank you for watching, and this is my application for Nature Award.